I'm just waiting for Kailash to show up to let me know if he can hear and hopefully see me this time. Sorry, so I'm so sorry for all these technical difficulties. Holy Spirit, I ask you to please lead, guide, and direct this reading. It's obviously important and something is trying to come against it. Can you please prevent any technical difficulties from keeping this message from going out to those who might need to hear it? Can you please let those show up who need to see this and let them receive the message that you have for them today? Move me out of the way and use me as a vessel, as a mouthpiece, so that I can convey the message you have for this collective without putting my own impressions on it. Thank you in advance for the message we are about to receive. Alright, so I'm just going to give it a minute and see if anybody shows up. Thank you so much if you're watching me on the replay. I'm so sorry for all the technical difficulties. Kailash should be here momentarily to let me know if you guys can see and hear me. And hopefully this time we'll be successful and we'll just put the last time behind us. I wasn't feeling the songs that I got last time. I did not feel that those songs were the right songs for the reading. So that kind of made me feel like something was off. And so I'm not really surprised that the sound wasn't working. Hopefully this time we will get the sound to work and everything will go off without a glitch. And you will receive the message Spirit has for you today. Whatever day you find this video, it's the day for you to find it. There are no time restrictions on any of my videos. They're all timeless. So if you want to go back through my old videos, there are many videos that have been made that were never seen by those they were made for. So I can only imagine that one day they will be. And some of those were messages from the other side, from loved ones who have passed away and who were trying to get messages to their loved ones. Okay, is that you, Kailash? Are you able to see and or hear the video? Hi, you guys. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please like the video. Awesome. Somebody's liking it. Hi, Lewis. How are you? You want to see my face? There's my face. Can you hear me, Lewis? Hello. Hello. It's 3 a.m. here, so I'm a little peaked. I'm a little tired. Can everyone hear me? Awesome. Okay, so it looks like this time oh, God bless you too, baby. It looks like this time we're going to be able to make a video. All right, so here we go. All right. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Thank you for letting me know. All right, if you could like the video, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to grab these cards right here, and we're going to get an idea of how Spirit's working. All right, Spirit, how are you working? May I see now? How are you working in this collective? Spirit is going to give us a song. Thank you so much for all those loves. That's a lot of cards. I'm not taking the cards. Spirit said you should have took those. Okay. Working on someone's faith. Alright, so maybe your faith is what Spirit's working on. That's beautiful. Also on obedience. Obedience is doing what you're told by those in authority. This could be a boss. This could be your spirituality. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. This is a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Okay, tuna fish, hold out for just a second, okay? All right, Spirit, how are you working in tuna fish's life? May I see, please? Fill in the blank and setting priorities. So there's something going on in your life that you need to set priorities, tuna fish. Hang on, okay? I'm going to give you a reading. How are you working in tuna fish's life? You're reassessing priorities because of a lot of love you have for someone, or a lot of love they have for you. All right, talk to a spirit with tuna fish. Tuna fish, something is causing you not to be able to move forward when it comes to setting priorities. Can you show me how you're working in tuna fish's life, spirit? Tuna fish, you're not accepting responsibility. You're under a lot of burden, but you don't want to accept the burden that you're under. What's going on with that, spirit? You're about to have a wheel, and it has to do with you having a hard time maybe finding, it's like you can't get your finances in balance. And you are under a very heavy load because of this, and there's a wheel coming. What's the wheel? What's the wheel? Let's see the wheel. All right, the wheel, okay. You're showing up as a water sign, or you may have that in your chart, or someone else may. But there's a King of Cups who is very excessive in their, either they're doing something to excess. They're being extra. There's a King of Cups who's being extra, and you're trying to make some real fast plans. That's the wheel. There's a man that's no longer going to be in the picture because of his expectations, and you're coming up with a plan. All right, and what will be the outcome of that plan? You're going to lose courage. Why are they losing courage? So it's like you don't have any courage. Because when you reassess the situation, it has to do with work. You're reluctant to change because of all you've put into this. All right, what should they do instead? Somebody's not being honest. Somebody's just not being honest. You need to realize that somebody's not being honest, and they're ruthless, and they will do anything to win. And I think it's this man over here. You need to come up with some real fast ideas. Don't lose your courage. Come up with fast ideas, because there's a man in your life who may be an alcoholic or a drug addict. They're doing something to excess, and their expectations are for you to do the same. They could be doing something dishonest at work. They're lying, and you know this. And when you look back at everything you've put out, it almost feels like you have a business partner here. What is this person up to with the the Three of Cups? They're too busy winning. So this person is winning. How are they winning? Because they're a cyber bully, and they would say and do anything to start dramatic shit. It's like they put pressure on people online to buy things or to do what they want them to do. And what should tuna fish do here? Tuna fish, you need to stop wasting time. Somebody is stealing your creativity, and I think you know that. You're not going to hit the jackpot this way. You're not going to hit the jackpot this way. You need to come up with an idea to get away from this person who has such high expectations, but they're doing things dishonestly. The first reading was for you, but we couldn't do it for some reason. Okay, so there's your mumbo jumbo, tuna fish. All right, but right now Spirit is working on the rest of us having faith, and also being obedient and being content. So we're having to be content with the way things are right now, and having to do what we're told by those in authority, which is helping us to have self-control. Some of us could have lost our self-control. All right, Spirit, let's get a song. Spirit wants to get a song. What's the song for this reading, Holy Spirit? May I see, please? What's the song for this particular reading? It's called Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs. Her day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever getting ready, so she's never on time for anything. When she gets that come get me look in her eyes, well, it kind of scares me the way that she drives me wild. And she drives me wild, beautiful, crazy. She can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yes, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me. She makes plans for the weekend, can't wait to go out till she changes her mind and says, let's stay on the couch and watch TV. And she falls asleep. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me. She's unpredictable, unforgettable. It's unusual, unbelievable. How I'm such a fool. Yeah, I'm such a fool for her. Beautiful, crazy. Me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. But her crazy's beautiful to me. Her crazy's beautiful to me. Reverse any roles you need to, but somebody here is so amazing that they drive you crazy. Like, wild. Like, you can't stand it, that you want this person so badly. They're helping you with your faith to be content and to be obedient, to do what you're told by those in authority. You may live somewhere where it's expected of you certain things. All right, let's see why contentment is here. I'm going to pull rocks. Why is contentment here, Nancy, please? Because you have hope and you're blessed. So you're content because you have hope that you can be blessed. All right, why is faith here? Because of somebody's kindness and their courage. So somebody's faith is here because of kindness and courage. And why is obedience here, Spirit? Because of your honor and your family. See, your family expects you to do things honorably. So they're telling you what to do. Your faith is here because of someone's kindness and courage. And you are content because you have hope to be blessed. And why is self-control on this other end of the deck? Because of your peace, your health, and being inspired. So you're being inspired to take better care of your health, and you're getting peace from this. So you're having self-control. You may be someone who likes to drink. Oh, there's a card on the floor. I didn't see. Uh-oh. Look what I just found on the floor from Don't F Yourself. Someone could be in denial here. All right, we're going to keep that in mind. In fact, I'm going to put it back in the right deck, and we're going to keep going. All right, Spirit, talk to me for the collective about how you're working in this situation. How do we want to begin? We're going to do home life, work life, and all of that, because I don't feel like this is so much circumstantial as it is an overarching picture of your life. All right, so how do you want to start, Spirit? All right, let's start with these. Show me how you're working at home. You're agreeing to disagree. Remember, your family wants you to do their way. And you're not going to do the damn dishes. Soaking is not fucking washing, but you don't care. You're going to leave them in the sink. I may have some in my sink. All right, how about work life? How are you working in our work life? One of you does more than the other. So in your work life, one of you is doing too many chores. That person better get laid now. So in your work life, you do more than everybody else, and you're aware of that, and they may even be aware of that, but I don't think anybody's giving you a raise because you're having to be content. Right now, you're having to just allow things to be how they are and know that you're going to be blessed, or hope that you're going to be blessed. All right, what's your surprise? What surprise does this Spirit have for you? It's not going to be time for shit to get real, but it isn't personal. So right now, surprisingly, it's not going to get real, but it isn't personal. So it's not about you, the reason why things aren't getting real. Maybe you feel like right now that it's time for spirit to take control and do something. Maybe that's your faith, is you're having the courage to believe that spirit's going to handle this. And spirit is, but just surprisingly not right now. But it's not personal. All right, love life. You're not going to bear your effing soul. So in your love life, it's not time to bear your soul, okay? All right. What about your role? Your friends miss your face. They need you and you need them. So what's the outcome? Maybe you're going to pack it back. Uh-oh. It's not going to be that serious. The outcome is that it's not going to be that serious. Laugh, fuckers. Don't let the bullshit make you bitter. And it's time to talk money. So you're going to have to talk to somebody about money, but it's not going to be that serious. And they're not going to listen. This person doesn't listen to you when you talk about money. Why aren't they going to listen? Because their boundaries are trash. So you help this person and they have bad boundaries, or you do. Look, but you can't just walk away. So it's like you live with this person. You have to be stuck with them. What a shitty situation. All right, let's pull some Moonology and see how La Luna is helping you at home. How are you helping at home when it comes to this collective? Right now, you're going to work through your feelings at home. Last quarter moon in Aries. So there's some Aries energy. That's why you're fighting. You're agreeing to disagree. And you're like, I'm not doing them damn dishes. Work through your feelings. Okay. What about work life? Tend to your details at work. One of you is doing too much. So it's time to attend to the details and stop doing too much. It's time for you to set some good boundaries at work. Do your work only and stop working and doing everyone else's. All right, surprises. Your surprise is that somebody, okay, that's Virgo, by the way, that's attending to those details. Full moon in Aquarius, somebody's going to be real at work. I mean, why did I say at work? It could be at work. Somebody's going to be real and they're going to lighten up. There's a Leo and an Aquarius here. Last quarter moon in Leo, they're going to lighten up and somebody's going to be real. This is pretty cool, though, because surprisingly, it's not time for shit to get real and it isn't personal. And the reason is because somebody's going to get real and lighten up. Love life. Oh, you know what's going on in your life. Okay. You're not going to be soul, but you are going to attune to the divine. Beautiful. That's Pisces, new moon in Pisces. You're going to embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Gemini. You're going to leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. You're going to honor your feelings. First quarter moon in Pisces. And you're going to be humble. First quarter moon in Leo. So you're going to be humble. Oh, and I dropped one. You're going to keep your heart open in your love life also. All right, and what's your role? Your role is to trust the universe and see the bigger picture. Sagittarius is here with Aquarius. Full moon in Sagittarius, which we just came out of. So that could be affecting your role. Your friends miss your face, and you're going to realize that the bigger picture is that my friends miss me. I'm not seeing my friends. And I need to trust the universe about this. What's going to be the outcome? Whoa, that's a lot of freaking cards. You got a lot going on. All right. You're going to forgive. That's beautiful. Pisces is here. Full moon in Pisces. You're going to relax. New moon in Cancer. Good deal. So you're going to relax and forgive. That's beautiful. Cancer and Pisces. You're going to assess the situation, talk less and feel more, and take a breather. So you're just going to take a break from all of this. You're going to forgive, you're going to relax, you're going to assess, you're going to talk less and take a breather. Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces. A lot of Cancer, Pisces as your outcome. Your role is just to trust the universe and see the bigger picture. Your friends do miss your face. And you're also going to practice gratitude. Is anybody able to comment? Kailash, are we still good, baby? Practice gratitude. All right, let's see what's going on with money, because I think I saw something about it being time to talk money. What's going on at home with money? May I see, please? At home, you're manifesting money. Good for you. Good for you. If you're able to comment, can you comment and let me know you're still able to see and hear everything okay? All right, how about work life? Oh, in your work life, you have gifts. You're doing honest work. Check you out. And something is unfolding. You're going to make it work. This is beautiful. At work, you have gifts, you have honest work, and you're unfolding to make it work. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, surprises. Your surprises are that somebody's looking for drama. Oh, this person is evil. You have someone in your life who's evil. They're trying to cause drama. They're looking for ways to make it dramatic for you. All right, love life. Be careful of that person. They're making it dramatic. They're being a drama. You're going to do spiritual work in your love life. So you're doing some spiritual work in your love life. You may be clearing your heart chakra, your throat chakra. Definitely need to work on that throat chakra, your crown. You may be clearing all your chakras. You may also be doing some tantric type sex where you are visiting this person in the 5D and making love. All right, what's your role? You're doing spiritual work. The two of you could do spiritual work together. Your role is to have a new beginning. It's a good time to start something new, a whole new job, a new career, and you have great creative ideas that get you noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. And we see you have gifts, you're doing honest work, and you're unfolding something that's going to work. What's going to be the outcome here financially? Outcome financially. You're going to have a flashback, something brilliant, and something that's locked. So maybe something from the past that was brilliant but got locked. What's the outcome of it, though? Or it might be something that's going to get locked. Why is locked here the outcome? Because of authority. Someone in authority. You remember obedience? This person in your family that you're having to be obedient to, you have a brilliant idea from your past, but they stopped you because of their authority, and now you can't take a risk. What should they do instead? Spirit says you're about to have some rapid changes and somebody's going to make an offering. Beautiful. You're protected. You have protection. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about that. Awesome, Kailash. Thank you for joining me, baby. All right, so we're going to put these away in case there are any questions. I do want to answer questions. Questions are free unless you want to donate. Not necessary, but you can if you'd like. You can either donate to the channel or you can look in the description box. I have all my ways of donating there. And any donations are much appreciated but never expected. All right, so we see you have some beautiful things going on, but I feel that in some way your family really has you blocked from doing the things that you want to do. So I'm going to pull intuitively some breakup cards that I have so I can see why it is that your family is trying to give you such a hard time. All right, what is going on here? Show me what's going on at home. No escape came out in reverse. So it's almost like they want you to move out. They want you out of their house. All right, what's going on at work? You're overthinking because you're alone. Maybe you don't have a job. All right, what's your surprise? That they will call and you're self-pleasing. Oh, so you want somebody to call you. Why are you self-pleasing? Because you want your freedom. Why do you want your freedom? Because somebody can't be trusted. So somebody you live with can't be trusted. Or maybe the person you want to be with can't be self-pleasing. Who is it that you want to call? You've been waiting. Somebody has been a player, and you want them to call and say that they're sorry, but they haven't changed. So this person, if you're waiting for them to call, they're not going to call because they haven't changed. All right, love life. Your love life is divinely guided, and you should not pretend. Do not pretend in your love life, okay? You're divinely guided not to pretend. All right, and what's your role? Your role is to practice forgiveness. So this person that's harmed you or hurt you in some way, remember you're going to forgive and you're going to chill. All right, outcome. The outcome is it's not your choice, but somebody's going to live a double life. Why are they doing that? It's not choice. Because make them prove it. That you want, it's like you don't want to prove that you have a new love. What's the truth about having a new love? That you have regret. So you're living a double life because you don't want to have to prove you have a new love. Or that you don't have a new love. What do you truly regret? That the person's not for you and your family doesn't like them either. Or maybe that your family's not for you. Why is your family not for you? Oh, because they don't care about flings and you're on the verge. What are you on the verge of saying? That I'm not haunted. Why would you say you're not haunted by having a fling? Because you're not desperate either. Well, what are you? For online dating. And what's the outcome of that? This has become a burden for you. So what should they do different, Spirit? Realize that you're helpless because it's not the right time. And there's unsent messages. So there's someone you want to talk to, but you're not. And you're not with this person, even though you want to be. It could be a job. I don't know. It could be a person. We're going to find out more. All right, let's see. How does this person that you want to talk to feel about you? They feel like there's been consequences, karma, cause and effect, and destiny. Why do they feel that way? Because they were receptive to you and you were shallow. All right. How do you feel about them? Like you had to say goodbye and you're not chasing them even though they're beautiful. What's connecting you two? A misunderstanding. That's the forgiveness. What's the misunderstanding? The misunderstanding is that somebody wanted to get established and be loyal, but you broke their heart and caused them to be in despair. Do you have any plans to change this? No. You made them promises, but now you're not talking to them. Why are you not talking to them? Because there's so much chemistry. Why is there chemistry? Because somebody had a loss, okay? Why is that chemistry? Because of deja vu and third-party influences. What are you going to do about that? That's where the pride comes in. You're not seeing your pride. You're not seeing your pride as a problem here. You have too much pride, and it's keeping you from bearing your soul. Remember I said you're not going to bear your soul? You're, in your love life, you're not bearing your soul because you have too much pride. Alright, let's see. What happened here? What happened here to this person? May I see, please? What was the... You were getting a room and you were insecure, alright? And what happened once you got the room? Somebody went to the shop, but they weren't being manipulative, lying, or controlling and pulling the strings. Well, what were they doing? They were brainstorming and figuring shit out. What were they figuring out? That you were aligned and centered with the universe, you would fight for what you love, and y'all were having a private relationship. So what was wrong with that? Somebody was doing drugs. Why were they doing drugs? Because somebody was coming in after you. So when you would leave, somebody would come to drugs. That's awful. And so what happened to your relationship? Somebody wants to set the record straight about a crush. All right, set the record straight. Somebody is sick. Why are they sick? Because of making the fake apology, fulfilling a fantasy, and going to the gym. What were they doing that was a fake apology? They were fake friends, and they argued and put people in their place because they got betrayed. Ooh, nasty energy, nasty, nasty energy, this person. Here you are over here, aligned and centered with the universe, trying to have a private relationship and fight for what you love, and they have someone coming in when you're not there, doing drugs with them. And you're celibate, it looks like. Or at least you only have sex with one person. All right, what are the blocks to this relationship, Spirit? Because I see there are some. Somebody has a fear of touch. You could have been touched inappropriately by a doctor or by another person. You could have been abused. You could have been abused sexually. And someone is demanding. So they might be demanding that they be allowed to touch you, and you're afraid to be touched. All right, what else? They feel unloved. You're seeking perfection. They're unsocial. They're not compatible, and y'all have ages. So what here? You need to retreat because you're not fated to be alone. Well, why are you feeling that way? Because you're holding on and being guarded. And you're telling yourself these stories that you know are true. So you're with someone else, it looks like, because this other person has so much going on. So what's going to be the outcome of the age issues and so forth? You have a lot of anger. You're going to be judgmental. Healing came out in the wrong deck, and you have insecurities. Why is healing here? Because you're hiding your feelings. You're healing, but you're hiding it. Why are you hiding your feelings? Because of being guarded and losing yourself. So you feel like you're losing yourself to this relationship because it pisses you off, you're feeling insecure, and you feel judged. But you're healing and hiding that because you don't want to lose yourself. Okay, so there's your faith. and you're holding on to your faith. Good for you. Okay, so it looks like you're trying to get out of a relationship with someone who's either way too young or way too old. And it looks like you're healing. What's going on with the relationship that's healing? Somebody's not my type. Why are they not your type? Because of a soulmate who needs rescuing. Why do they need rescuing? Because they're too passive, they're too busy, they're burned out, they make excuses, and they act like they don't care. And they feel like you're eye candy, or you used to be. Okay, so no wonder they're not your type. And yes, they do need healing for sure. Oh, what a sad situation. What a sad, sad situation. All right, let's see what they would say. What would they say if they could say anything? What would this person that you on healing, what would they say to you? Why can't I move on from you? I don't know who I am anymore. And what would you say to them? You would say, I need to figure myself out. And the way I've treated you was wrong. So you treated this person wrong, and you need to figure yourself out. And they're like, why can't I move on from you? I don't even know who I am anymore. What are you planning on doing together? I have to let you go to find myself, and I can't talk to you right now. I wish I could be a different person. And that's sad. Anything else? No one understands me but you. So I feel that even though this person is taking a small hiatus from the relationship, I can't make you happy. I feel that they will be coming back very soon because they are working on their healing, which is good. So let's find out when they might be coming back. We'll get some guidance, and then we'll answer some private questions. How about that? All right, Spirit, talk to me about when this person, I feel like it's going to be in the next few months. I feel like their healing is very close. And let's first find out one more thing. Show me how this person feels, truly feels about the collective. Show me truly feels. Like there's something shocking. They feel like something has caused shock. Can you clarify what? They're realizing that they don't want you to be hurt, broken, shattered, fucked up, destroyed. What do they want? So shockingly, they don't want to hurt you anymore. What they want is only you. So yes, they will be back very soon. It's shocking them, and they're realizing, they're having like this tower moment, that they have hurt you so badly, and all they want is you. They don't want to make mistakes like this anymore. They just want you. If you're resonating with this, please like this video. I know sometimes we forget to like, but it is important to the reader. All right, when will they be back, Spirit? When will this person be back? May I see, please? I feel like it's coming. Oh, wow. Those turned over. On Wednesday in September within 18 months. All right. At midnight. All right. Anybody else that might be getting someone back? They didn't come back in November, and they didn't come back in May. So will they come back? So they were supposed to come back in November and May, and they didn't. When will they? This could be two separate timelines. When will they? On a cloudy day. When? On a foggy day. Spirit. At dusk. Are you going to give me a date? There we go. At night. Spirit is... and not on a hot day. At night, on a foggy day, on a cloudy day, not in May and not in November. Those dates are significant. Are you going to give me a date, Spirit? In January. Okay. And also, for some of you, it'll be June. It could be significant about January, but they will be back in June. I think it might be June now. So that might have just been giving you an idea of what day in June. But for some of you, it's going to be September within 18 months on a Wednesday. These cards are very specific when they give dates. Okay. Make sure you're liking the video if you're resonating, or even if you just like me. Okay. All right, Spirit, talk to us about what this person would say. What would this person say, the one that's doing the healing? They would say childhood trauma, I want to be who I used to be, you deserve better. I don't, why did I say I want to? Maybe this person was a good person at one time and they did some stupid shit. And it's saying they had childhood trauma and they want to be who they used to be, or they don't want to be who they used to be because you deserve better and I want out. All right, what would you say to that? You would say, I can't take it anymore. I don't understand. And somebody has hurt you. Maybe this person. All right, anything connecting the two of you? I don't know where to start. My life is a mess right now. Mine is too, baby. Mine is too. Not really. I have a great job and I'm blessed. But some things do feel like it's a little messy. All right, how do we not F ourselves while we're going through this time of transition? How do we not F ourselves when it comes to contentment? Do a 30-day challenge. See, that'll help you to learn a new habit. All right, how about faith? Spirit says, escape materialism and exercise. That'll help your faith. All right, how about obedience? For obedience, explore yourself. You're going to receive a gift, and you're going to give your home some TLC, and you're going to also give less fucks. And you're going to glow up and start a ritual. Good for you. Good for you. All right. I feel like I did something twice, but that's okay. We do sometimes, don't we? Okay. Let's look at the tarot real quick and just see where we are here with this situation. How are you working in this system? That didn't take but a second. Spirit says the Fool. The Fool came out collective. Spirit says, I'm working on you taking a learning something new. Beautiful, huh? To overcome. That's it. Have a tower moment. Remember the tower and what's going to pull it together. You're going to see a wheel that brings justice, y'all. Spirit ain't working with this situation. And you're going to come in place where you've been stuck trying to see this from so many different perspectives. Spirit's like, I want you to see my perspective. I'm going to give you the opportunity to start something new, to take a risk, to leap into the unknown, to use your faith, to have courage, and to be kind. Now, let's see. All right, why is the Fool here for the collective? Because of the Four of Wands and the Five of Swords. So somebody is fighting for what they want. Why is the Fool here? Because you can't heal. It's like you can't rest. It's like you can't rest until you do something. Why is the Four of Swords here? Because of the Moon. You're seeing through illusions. You're seeing what would not allow you to heal. And what are you seeing? It has something to do with that friend of yours. All right, why is the Tower here? Because somebody is trying to ruthlessly win. And what's going to be the outcome for that person's spirit? This is the energy for you to overcome. You're going to be drained and defeated. Not you, but whoever's trying to ruthlessly win here. And why is Justice here? Because of Justice in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Because there's an injustice when it comes to love. A cup of love that basically didn't ever get off the ground. And why is the Wheel here? Because of the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician, baby, and the Lovers in reverse. It's like you are manifesting everything you could ever want. This wheel is bringing you everything because you didn't get a love that you had. This would have brought justice, but you got injustice instead. You did not get to have this love, so Spirit's bringing you something even more tangible, something that will allow you to travel, to see the world, to do the things you've always wanted to do. No, you won't be able to do them with this love, but you'll be able to find a love that is just as beautiful because Spirit's going to make sure of it. And why is the Hangman of the deck? Because of the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. So, and look, there's a Queen of Pentacles also here. So it almost has the feel that you have a choice. You can't have a new opportunity with the Empress, but you can have one with the Queen of Pentacles. How do you feel about not having this opportunity? You feel like the King of Cups. So you're in love. You are in love. Who are you in love with? Walking away. You love yourself enough to walk away. And where are you walking towards? Hope. Your faith. You're just going to walk away and have faith that Spirit's something better. Let's put your new opportunity in, and let's put your Empress in. What's your hope? Your hope is that you will have a beautiful relationship, a Two of Cups. If you don't like that, I don't know what's wrong with you. So you're going to walk away, and look, you're going to have your independence. You're going to be free from this family who has so much expectation of you. Outcome of your Two of Cups. There's going to be conflict. Why is there going to be conflict? Blank in the world. Why is the world in reverse? Because somebody's going to get hurt because they don't want this to end. Who is this person? There's somebody who doesn't want this to end. Oh, they don't want this to end. Who is this? It's whoever's under such a heavy burden because of that situation. Look, the King of Swords is here, and there's a wheel. There's a masculine energy who is so hurt from this ending, and they don't want it to end. They're going to start setting new priorities, though. Outcome of the wheel. Look, this person is so hurt. They're going to be so confused. What are they confused about? Somebody's upset that this man is walking away. The Hierophant, they have a lot to be confused about. All right, they're confused about this higher level commitment. They're confused about somebody lying about their fear. When they look back over this, they realize this person just could not get on their feet. And they're seeing this from a different perspective. What are they seeing? Fill in the blank, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So they're seeing that there's something about these two that is soulmate vibes. Why is that important to know? Because the truth is coming out about one of these people having a haunting loss. This is the haunting loss. They're just holding back. They haven't told you yet. This is transforming. Whoever these two people are who are soulmates, this is what's being transformed. Outcome of the transformation. The Emperor. So whatever's happening here with these two people who are soulmates is causing this person. It's an ending. They're ending it. It's very painful. It's death-like ending. Clarify the Ten of Swords. It could be a death. Clarify the Ten of Swords. They got the wrong information about the truth. Could be friends of theirs making some plans, but they felt like they lost their courage. And there's the Empress, his identical match. So it's like they got the wrong information and they realized this. They realized they had too much expectation. So they started making real fast plans. And when they realized all of this, they stopped making those plans. And I think because they stopped making those plans, because they felt like it was not something that could actually happen, it caused a big change in their life. And now it looks like this Emperor is stepping into his power. Now why, I don't know. Let me see if I can find out. Where is this Emperor at in this journey? It could be a husband and a wife. He's ascending and getting over the romanticizing. Where's the Empress? This summer, she doesn't she doesn't have big dreams. What's connecting the two of you? There's a barrier. What's the barrier in that cycle? Not recognizing the end of that cycle. And what might be the outcome? The answer will be yes to returning. So somebody's going to realize they should have ended a cycle with a soulmate and that they should have returned. Outcome of the answer being yes. There will be an offer. Why is it in reverse? Because somebody's having fear right now. So they want to make you an offer and they're thinking about it, but right now they're afraid. Remember, they were having fear and they were going to make some plans, and then all of a sudden they changed their mind. So they might change their mind. All right. Why is the Fool here? Because somebody's going to have the courage to change. And why is the Tower here? Because your higher self is helping you where you can't make a decision. Well, how are they helping you? They're giving you the courage from Jupiter to take action on a new beginning and to take off your facade about your beliefs where you've been remembering this. And why is Justice here? Because something happened in the fall. And why is the Wheel here? Because of no longer being at a distance and having a reunion. Why is it in reverse? Because of something that happened last winter. So last winter you were at a distance and had a reunion. Alright. And why is the Hangman on the bottom of the deck? Because somebody was guilty for sabotaging this, and they're going to release, surrender, and purge. Outcome of releasing. There it is. You're going to make a Venus offer to somebody you've been separated from and longing for. Outcome of the Venus offer. No more closed off, guarded, and resistant, because there's going to be an unexpected storm. Outcome of unexpected storm. You're going to have stability, harmony, and flow, and a spark, a renewal between the two of you. Outcome of that. Dark time. Why is there dark sides of the moon here? Because of being guarded and cold and detached. So right now, because you're needing to stop being so closed off, you're guarded and detached, but you're going through dark shit. Will that stop? When you get your healing, it will stop. And what happens with this relationship once it's healed? You'll finally have an epiphany and a breakthrough. Outcome. Self-care. There's a third party you're with in your comfort zone, and you'll no longer desire that person. You'll avoid them. What happens to that third party? They're going to finally stop having so much fucking ego that'll never change. So the third party is the one that has all the ego. And I suspect, oh wait, here's another card. Oh, you're going to be present and abundant and have gratitude when you have the courage to take action. It looks like this has the potential to change, but there's a lot of moving pieces, so I'm not going to say it's going to. That's why it's going to take so long, because people are just acting like they have all the time in the world. All right, what do we need to know about the Fool? The Fool is about forgiveness for an addiction. Why is the Tower here? because of somebody having strictly sex and not taking care of themselves. And why is the wheel here? Because you made a decision when it came to children. You're not using your intuition, and you won't put away the computer. So you made some kind of, you made a decision to be vulnerable when it came to children. You're not using your intuition, put away the computer. All right, and why is justice here? Because of you getting your healing and chemistry. Did I already ask that? All right, whatever. Why is the hangman here? Because you're not getting a second chance. Why not? Because of trust and not releasing. Why will they not release? Why won't they let go? Because it's not fate. It's denial. Remember, denial? What's going to happen if they don't let go? That they're going to be unavailable. And they're going to master a spiritual lesson. Why will they be unavailable? Because they wouldn't retreat. There's going to be an apology for accepting this and realizing I was obsessed and I need boundaries. So it looks like this person started a hard lesson about being humble. Have you ever been humiliated? Because that's what I see coming for this person. They're going to be humiliated if they don't take steps to change this in their own accord. All right, what's going on with Divine Masculine's money? He made mistakes, so he did spell work. Outcome of his spell work. Oh, he's going to have a gift and be persistent and caution. Why does he need to be cautious? Because of the underworld and not exploring. What is he not exploring? Having a new beginning as a networker and his money coming to a halt. What's going on with Divine Feminine's money? She's a helper. What about it? She's going to the next level, but it's temporary. Why is it temporary? Because she's on the right path with social media. And what will be the outcome of that? She'll be a workaholic. And in divine timing, she'll be motivated to unlock something. Why isn't she doing that now? Because of her business, being a parent, working, and not being able to rise as a phoenix. What does she need to do different? She needs to stop teaching. She's beautiful, and she needs to take off as a teacher. So what does she need to do, though? Settling. Don't be a rebel when it comes to real estate. And being a rescuer. Use your voice. So tell these people no. All these people that keep asking you for money, tell them no. And if you're doing something for somebody constantly, make them do it themselves, especially if they're an adult. Now, if it's a child, that's different. But if you're a grown-ass man and you got a woman paying your bills, stop it. Stop it. That's freaking corny. Pay your own motherfucking bills. All right, Kailash, you got any questions, sweetheart? Hey, everybody. Y'all please like the video. There's 4 likes on the whole live video. Oh, it's so sad. But thank you for those who will like it on the replay. Hi, Star of Us. I think I said that right. Okay. Can you give me like 2 seconds and then I'll come back and answer all your questions? I don't care. I'll have as many as you'd like. How many questions do we have, baby? Is there more than one? This reading pissed me off. Did it piss anybody else off? Okay. Do y'all mind waiting like 2 seconds? I'll be right back. Get me some good questions, because this is bullshit energy on this table. Okay, who's first? Arushi or Kailash? Hey, baby. Arushi, what's up, sweetheart? Let me get this bullshit energy up, because I don't like it at all. I don't know who this was for, but shucks, it sucks. Oh, speaking of poetry, I gotta give you guys a poem. I'm gonna give... Okay. Let me see if I can find her comment. Sorry, I had to go take a break. She was probably busy. Alright, let's go back up and see. Okay, what's next unfolding in her career? Let's see. Spirit, can you please show us clearly what's unfolding next in Arushi's career? May I see, please? What's unfolding next in her career? She's going to be cutting ties and making many... Cutting ties with somebody so she can make many choices. She's going to have an offering so she can make any... It looks like she's not going to make an offering and have many choices. The future is here with many choices. It looks like she's going to have many choices in the future. What is the next steps of Sarushi's career, Spirit? What do you have next for her in her career? Arushi, somebody's coming back from your past. Oh, baby. I love this. You get this all the time. You're going to have good luck from somebody or something from your past. You're going to have good luck. Rewards. There's no rewards, though. Outcome of the good luck. Get cut off from somebody for making these choices. A new beginning, but it's in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because of expressing yourself, no relationship, not having many choices, and needing to cut ties. So you're going to have someone from your past that can offer you good luck, but you won't be able to have a new beginning unless you express yourself when it comes to, I'm not going to have relations with you all because you're limiting my choices, so I'm cutting ties with you. There's someone you have to cut ties with. Then, look, you have star power, Arush, star power. Cut ties with whoever this is that's keeping you from having many choices, because they are really keeping you stuck. Okay. What about you, Kailash? What's up? Will you get a job this month? All right, let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, I think it said yes the other day. It said yes the other day. Everybody was getting good answers. Gemini season's going to be good to y'all. Is Kailash getting a job this month, man? Please? Will Kailash get a job this month? Will Kailash get a job this month? May I see, please? Will Kailash get a job this month? Will Kailash get a job this month? Peaceful resolution. Don't be assertive, okay? Alright. What kind of job will Kailash get? He's going to have a peaceful resolution and not be assertive. Something that's been undecided is going to be decided, and it's going to bring you happiness. So there's something right now that's undecided, and Spirit will decide and give you happiness. Outcome of the happiness. It has to do with being cautious when it comes to a gift and being persistent. Why are they in reverse? Because you're going to have a surprise, and it has something to do with Gaia in reverse. Why is Gaia in reverse? Because that's what caused your money to come to a halt, and you weren't able to go to the next level. So whatever caused your money to come to a halt and you weren't able to go to the next level, you're going to get a surprise about that. Where it's been undecided, it's going to make a decision that'll bring you happiness. What's the decision? Somebody's going to promote stability, but there's not going to be a windfall. Why is there no windfall? Because of divine timing and not being a workaholic on social media. Okay, let's put divine timing, windfall back. If Kailash promotes his stability, will he have the windfall? You'll get transportation that you're not planning. Outcome of that. Could go on a trip. Science is a factor. You might have to have some lab work done. Outcome of this trip they're not planning. No animals. Alright. Why are there no animals? Because of somebody who was unreliable as a student. Their home is in reverse and there's no peace in your home. like you weren't reliable as a student, and now there's no peace in your home because of injustice. What will it take to turn this around? Having recognition. There's something you're not sharing about recognition. What should they do? You need to come up with a strategy to go into leadership. And what would that look like? No odd jobs, no setbacks, and not being alone. It has to do with a counselor and the legacy. So what should he do? Spirituality tried to come out. What you should do is something retail, and it's an injustice when it comes to not managing your money, when it comes to retail and the media. I'm assuming you understand all of that, Kailash. I don't know. Let me find out. If I will do things differently, will there be success on social media? If you believe more, it'll be less than a year from now, within the next few weeks. What outcome of the success? You'll have an opportunity. Not the right time. Why is it not the right time? Because it's going to be in the near future. Trust where you've had no success. And look for a sign. Alright, what sign should Kailash look for? Time came out. It's not the right time. What else? Use your intuition. You're going to have a job. You're protected. And your loved ones in spirit are helping. And your heart is also being mended. So will Kailash have a job in the next 30 days? Ask your angels. No. Will Kailash have a job in the next 2 months? Choose a new direction. You're not ready. Alright, how about in the next month? No. How about in the next 2 weeks? Romance. Kailash. Meditation brings answers. Okay. So, next 2 weeks, will Kailash have a job he loves? Remain positive within the next few months. Perfect timing. So in the next few months, will Kailash have a job he loves? Be assertive. Listen to your intuition. What will he have a job in the next 3 months? Helpful people. Take action. So it looks like somebody's going to help you. You just have to take action of some sort. And it looks like it's going to be in the next 3 months. I know that sounds like forever with what you're going through. Angels, how are you helping Kailash in the next few months? Unity. So getting along with those around you. Wisdom. So you're learning lessons. And partnership. So you're going to have a partnership. A passionate one too. Outcome of the partnership. Creative power. And mercy. With surrender. And gratitude. Will Kailash be able to make money in the next month? Miracles came out. A relationship came out. And bringing hope came out. Beautiful. And also nature. Remember I said Gaia? Nature. Somehow nature is a factor here, Kailash. Will you find your high priestess, high star Lula? Will you find your purpose? Let's ask spirit, okay? Thank you for being here. I hope you will subscribe, like, and share if you're able. All right, let's see. Will you find your purpose? Will you find your purpose? May I see, please? Will you find your purpose? This is for the one before High Priestess. Peruva or something? Starluva. Will Starluva find their purpose, Spirit? May I see, please? Will Starluva find their purpose? May I see, please? Spirit says no. You got to ask for help from others. All right, so what does Starluva need to do to find their purpose? May I see, please? You're not networking, all right? Or maybe you need to stop networking. Clarify no networking. It has to do with your money coming to a halt, no stability, and no transportation. All right, so what should they do? Your beauty, somehow beauty didn't take off. All right, so what do they do instead? There's something to do with no science when it comes to animals. So maybe don't be testing animals for science. What else? You're not being taught how to rise from the ashes like a phoenix and not to be a rebel. What do they need to do, Spirit? You need to make some plans, okay? And work. All right, show me what they need to plan. What does this person need to plan to find their purpose? You need to get direction. You need to take steps, and you need to shed, okay? And then you can cultivate. All right, so let's see what you need to shed. Don't get offended. I'm just trying to help you, okay? We all have to shed. We all have things we need to shed. What do they need to shed? Spirit. You're distant and a little unstable. All right, what else? Irresponsible and foolish. One more time, I'm hearing. You've been invading someone's privacy, embarrassment, and secondary, and maybe a little cowardly. Don't get upset. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you the healing work that needs to be done. If you want to find your purpose, you have begin rising from the ashes and beginning a spiritual awakening, okay? It's time for you to cultivate these things so that you can. Okay, now let's ask your angels. If Starvist will do these things, then will they find their purpose? May I see, please? Forgiveness within the next few weeks. Does that mean they'll find their purpose? Compromise? You're still not ready. All right. If they get ready, will they find purpose? Big happy changes. Be assertive. What the situation will improve. So what Spirit is saying is that it's time for you to get on the right path towards your healing, and so that you can get on this purpose. You want to find this purpose. How can they not F themselves? Listen to your music. I can't make this up. Look, it's time for you to go through an awakening. So start meditating and asking for Spirit to help you to spiritually awaken. And also music will help you spiritually awaken as well. And learn to speak up. Learn to speak up. Spirit said go one more time. Spirit said you are going to have a fresh start. So you are going to begin this awakening. And fuck being nice. It's okay to be nice, but not too nice. So stop being nice to people who don't deserve your kindness. It's okay to be nice, but you don't have to go overboard to get them to like you. You're getting ready to go through a major spiritual awakening. And I hope that you will stick around on this channel, because we all are going through that awakening. May I have guidance, please? Guidance. And then I'll get to you, High Priestess. Guidance, please. One card, please, for guidance. There we go. I got two, but that's okay. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service and the Lady of the Gift in reverse with the Hawk print. All right, give me 1 second, High Priestess. Number 2, number 20, and number 11. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service has arrived to help you find your true purpose today. Feeling gratitude for each moment you experience and loving what is, what has been, will remind you that every breath you take holds a deep and profound awareness. Through small actions and selfless service to another, you're automatically placed on your highest path, whether you're immediately aware of it or not. The presence of this ally lets you know that you're on the correct path to fulfilling your desires. You're also notified that your actions of service and attitude of gratitude will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams, as long as those riches aren't the goal you have in mind. Giving service with no thought of return is what's required of you today. This would also be a good time to write a list reminding yourself of all the things in your life and the world around you that you have to be grateful for. If your question refers to a relationship, let gratitude be your guide. Be thankful for all you've learned from this person. Truly, there are no friends and no enemies, just teachers along life's journey. Be grateful for the laughter and for the tears. The attitude of gratitude is a manager of true love in all forms. And then number 20, the Lady of Gifts in reverse. The Lady of Gifts says that the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way to lie. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing it to you. Withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled, so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in any aspect of your life, it's time for a change. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is give with honesty and with an open heart and without expectation. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. In the Hawk Prince, number 11. I love the Hawk Prince. Go ahead and get your question ready, High Priestess. The Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny. Expect a phone call, a letter, an email, or a conversation that lets you know that the next step to take forward for your highest good, or to tell you that you've arrived at an important stage along your path. The Hawk Prince is also the ally for spirit communication. So pay attention when you think you hear something important pop out at you on the radio, on TV, or in overhearing the conversation of strangers. Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. And are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all aspects of your life. So it sounds like you have prosperity coming to you as long as you don't make that your goal, and that you are on the right path as long as you are using gratitude. Okay. Yes, you will find your purpose, baby. Okay, so High Priestess retracted their message. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you all will like the video. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. Thank you for allowing me the privilege of reading for you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those on the replay. Kailash, thank you for your help always. I wish I could just put you on a freaking plane and fly you here. I don't know why we have to have such strict regulations. I mean, I do, but it's just crazy how hard it is sometimes to have the things that we want. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please join me. Put your subscribe, put your bell on so you get notified. I go live all the time, sometimes at crazy times. It's 3 a.m. in the morning here, 4:21. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye. I love you with all my heart. Mwah. Thank you for that like.